Good morning, BookTube, YouTube. This is Johnny. I thought I'd make a video. I'm kind of spontaneous. You know how I am. This is my study. And in my study are books. You've seen these bookshelves. And then there's books here. Up there's Robert Stone. Systematic Theologies, and there's books over here. There's Jack Kerouac, CDs. So this is the study. And then we walk in here. Been writing in my diary this morning. I'm on page 977. Reading Snow Crash, Neal Stephenson. This morning I'll read Light and Unapproachable Divine Incomprehensibility and the Task of Theology by Ronnie Cruz. And then over here is my reading chair. What I've been reading in the afternoons, nonfiction primarily. And then I got books over here. There's a bookcase here. There's my yoga mat. I don't practice yoga. The art books over there. Our computer, my plant. And then down the lower level. I always mention the lower level. The lower level is down this way. There's our garage. Go down the steps. Yeah, some people who subscribe haven't seen the lower level. So this is the lower level. I did get a battery for because there are certain areas that one can't see without a light. These are books. Up there is Thomas Merton. Over here are history books, like see, there's history books and books on John Adams. Then down here are more history books. History books down here, Civil War. And then over here is all biographies and Southwest history. Then you got all these books. Books. And then, I dropped Louisa Adams. I think that was the wife of John Quincy Adams. And then there's books over here. Tolstoy. These are all biographies of artists, painters, photographers. These are all books on books. There's my William Faulkner and Henry James collection, and Dennis Johnson, the New York Review books, more books. Up there's my John Calvin collection, Christian spirituality. And then this is my laptop. I'm down here. And this is my Neal Stephenson collection right here. I was going to show to you in a video. And yeah, this is where I sit at night, my composition book. This is what I see from my table. And then these are books. This shelf down here, here's mostly American history. This is all world history. Eastern European, Western civilization, Russian, all kinds of history books. And then over here is Christian reference books on the Bible. There's my Hermann Hesse collection, my Simone de Beauvoir collection, Hermann Hesse. Down there's Richard Baxter, Puritan. There's John Calvin's commentaries. These are all different kinds of books. This is my Nietzsche collection. I just like that one. All kinds of Nietzsche books. So I got that. And then I have over here my like a James Baldwin collection. Just goes on different kinds of collections. My T.C. Boyle collection, American Transcendentalism, like Emerson, Penguin Classics. These are all poetry down here. I just showed you this book, Poems for the Millennium. Yeah, these bins are full of modern poetry, postmodern poetry. Oh, all kinds of books. These are all like my Timothy Leary collection. Get my Timothy Leary. These are all Isaacson historian biographies. Oh, these are all biographies. Books on music like Mozart. Different books. Down there is my Oscar Wilde collection. Down there is Kurt Vonnegut. So, yeah, this is what I see when I wake up in the mornings from my bed. Oh, yeah, over here this is mostly like Joseph Conrad and different, Annie Dillard, Timaeus Wolfe, Anna Bruckner, Kipling, just the kind of books. Yeah, down here is my books on books, and also Joseph Campbell collection. But just all kind of my books on Berlin down there. And then it goes this way. There's the backyard. These are books. Graham Joyce, Alice Munro. And then goes down here. These are my commentaries on the Old and New Testament, biblical studies, Old Testament theology, New Testament theology, Pauline theology, commentary series, commentaries on the Old and New Testament. More books. Yeah. Books down here. These are all in the Old Testament introductions. These are all Old Testament commentaries down here. So you can see on Job and different ones. And then you go this way, and here. These are all kinds of different Christian books. Christian spirituality, history of Christian spirituality. These are biographies like Gandhi, Tolstoy, Nelson, Al Green. This is more Christian books here. Up there's Puritan, John Owen, Reformed Dogmatics, Systematics, Herman Bavinck. Reformation Commentary Series, Ancient Commentary Series, History. Then over here is the works of Balzac. These are all French writers or modern writers. Gas, The Tunnel. It's my Sartre collection. Victor Hugo. Samuel Beckett, biographies. And then down here is my Zola and Flaubert collection. This is all systematic theology over here. And this is all systematics, sorted books, different kinds of writers. And then this is my Jack Kerouac collection, Allen Ginsberg. Up there, Hunter S. Thompson. And then you got Thackeray's works, the British writer. Casanova's diaries. This is my Samuel Johnson collection. This is Trollope. This is Graham Greene down here. Murakami. And down there is Negatov. And then up there's Saul Bellows, John Updike, Joan Dillon, Philip Roth, and Richard Rusko, Cormac McCarthy. And these are all different writers here on these shelves. There is the guardian of the library. History of Tom Jones, Tristan Abbey, Henry Miller. I have a huge Henry Miller collection. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Ernest Hemingway, The Musable Feast. And then these are all different writers. There's my Jack Kerouac box set, my Allen Ginsberg box set, different writers like Neil Zink. And over here is my Louis Auchincloss collection and Hemingway in Paris. And then over here, this side, is all Joyce Carol Oates, 3 shelves of Joyce Carol Oates, Mary Gordon. This is all Virginia Woolf. Down here, up there is Norman Mailer, Rick Bass, Wallace Stegner, Jim Harris, Thomas Pynchon, Paul Asher. Down there is Gord Vidal. Over here is American Church History. And these are all Puritan works. Thomas Goodwin, Thomas Matten, 22 volumes. Up there is John Bunyan's. These are all Puritan, English Puritanism, American Puritanism, Church History, American Church History, American History. These are my diaries in these boxes, 1996. It just goes on and on. It starts up here, as I told you. My paper diaries start in 1978 up until today. So yeah, this is the lower level. Oh, down here is Mon, and down here is John O'Hara and Evelyn Waugh, Paul Asher, Gord Vidal. So then, yeah, this is different beat writers. Yeah, there's Thomas Hunter Thompson. This goes on and on. So yeah, these bins are full of books, biographies, just books in these bins. All these bins have books in them. And I got books in these bins. I got books behind here. And books everywhere. So this is, yeah, this is the lower level. And this is, like I said, this is my Neal Stephenson collection. This is what I see when I'm in my office chair. There's books everywhere. Yeah, my wife doesn't allow anybody to come down here, afraid that these stacks will fall on top of them. But yeah, since I'm sitting here, I'll just show you my Neal Stephenson collection. The Rise and Fall of D.O.D.O. novel by Neal Stephenson and Nicole Gowland. And then I just picked this one up, Neal Stephenson, a collection, some remarks. These are essays. And then this is Neal Stephenson's Seven Eves or something. And then he wrote Zodiac by Neal Stephenson, The Diamond Age by Neal Stephenson. I just collect these used over the years. I have not read them. I find them, then I add them to my collection. Reamed, I can't pronounce it. And then he wrote The Fall by Neal Stephenson. And then he wrote Terminal Shock, a novel. These are all science fiction, historical fiction. Then he wrote Antietam. There's another collection, another one of Seven Eves. This is what got me into, I did read this one many years ago, and this is what got me into Neal Stephenson. Krepticon. And then he wrote this trilogy called the Baroque Cycle. This is volume 3, Quicksilver. Then volume 2 was Confusion. And then the first volume of the Baroque Cycle was System of the World. Yeah, I haven't really read these. I found them at thrift stores or at the Book Nook when I was volunteering at the Book Nook. They came in. Yeah, I collect certain writers. As you know, you saw that I collect Joyce Carol Oates and D.C. Boyle and Norman Mailer and Saul Bellows and John Updike. I collect certain writers. So yeah, this is the lower level. I should turn the light on. Maybe you can see it better. Yeah, this is where I store my books. You know, that's when I was in when I graduate from seminary. And yeah, my D.C. Boyle collection and American Bloomsbury and Woodstock, and up there is William Boyd, and so that's it. This is the Book Nook. 20 minutes. And then you go down here. And then here. Yeah, I'm often down here looking at my books. These boxes are full of books. These are all different writers. Like over here, for example, is my Charles Bronski collection. I mentioned my Bob Dylan collection. Like I have this kind of thing of Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan scrapbook 1956 to 1966 contains rare photographs, handwritten lyrics, and auto CD and more. And the Beat Generation, Literary San Francisco, my 1994 diaries, 1989 diaries, 1988. The 90s are usually down here in these plastic bins. So, yeah, the Puritans. So, yeah, this is the library. So now I go back upstairs. Back up the stairs. Back into and writing in my diary, reading Snow Crash. Just got that. I did show you I was reading the other Neal Stephenson I just got. This one I've been reading too, his newest one. So there's the American Flag by Jasper Johns. There outside is our neighborhood. There's books here in the dining room. Those are my wife's books. So I will sign off. Hope you had a good reading week. You have a good new week. If I don't make a video, have a good Thanksgiving. And until next time, bye.